107 kg, and there are 22 in this. We have 3 groups, and this is Group C. The weights going from 140 to 170 kg in this third of the heaviest weight categories. And they'll go well beyond 200 into Group A. So, Makoto Mijima of Japan, first to go, 170 is target. First major championship in powerlifting. What helped Japan to para ice hockey silver in Vancouver in 2010 at the Winter Paralympics there, and he still coaches international para ice hockey, lives in Nagano, which has been a stopping off point for Olympic Games, Winter Olympics and Winter Paralympics. And here he comes to kick off at 140. Men's way to go in this competition.
Start.
And that's successful. 3 out of 3, and Makoto Mijima. Excellent lift to get this competition underway in Mexico City. Koyakan. Very straightforward it was for him. No problems whatsoever, and our leader with 140.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 147 kilos for their first attempt from Singapore.
Kalai Vanen of Singapore. Bronze in the Southeast Asian Para Games in 2015. He was a torchbearer at that as well. We've seen him in international competition this year in Hungary in the World Cup. 147, his attempt. First global competition for Kalai Vanen of Singapore.
Start. Rack.
Straightforward enough, and he'll be given that as well. 3 out of 3. Kalai Vanen setting the standard himself. 147. Second of 7 lifters in this opening round.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 160 kilos for their first attempt from Kyrgyzstan.
From Kyrgyzstan, the first major championship for Adilet Kamshibekov, Bishkek, coached by Adnan Shabralov. $160 for him.
Start. Hop. Rack.
Threw it in backwards a little bit in the way up, and 2-1 against.
Loaders, please load the bar to 160 kilos, rack high.
So an unsuccessful start to the competition for Adelaide Kamchibekov.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 160 kilos for their first attempt from Jordan.
Mohammed Abdullah.
So now Mohammed Abdullah for Jordan. First major championship for him as well from Azaga. That's a junior world record in the Dubai World Cup in 2015. Now.
Start.
And that to kick off at 160. Caused them no difficulty. All three on board. And that gives him the advantage. Tremendous early lifting. Mohammed Abdullah.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 165 kilos for their first attempt from United States of America.
Jacob Stearns Jr.
So now Jacob Stearns Jr. for the United States.
Lifter to follow,
based out of Orlando, Florida. No mark for him in the 2014 World Championships in Dubai. .165.
Start. Rock.
Again, relatively straightforward, and he'll be given it by all three. That's 165 for him, has the advantage by 5. Again, tremendous quality lift.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 170 kilos
Junior.
for their first attempt from Thailand.
5, and climbing another 5 now. Rashid Ahmed of Thailand going for 170. Southeast Asian Games silver medalist in 2015. Global basis, 7th in the 2008 Paralympics in Beijing, 10th and 11th in the last 2 World Championships, and 5th in the 2014 Asian Games. So 170. Sisaket now lives in Bangkok. And this for the lead to bring into round 2.
Start. Rock.
And that is 2-1 against.
Loaders, please load the bar to 170
Really
kilos.
strained there.
15.
Have to return for it.
is loaded to 170 kilos for their first attempt from Kazakhstan.
Oleg
Yeah, slowly did it,
Gridasov.
and not enough in the end. Certainly for two of our three referees. It's going to stay at 170. As here comes Kazakhstan's Oleg Gridasov. The Asian champion in 2013, finished 8th at the last World Championships. Finished 4th in the World Cup in Eger this year in Hungary.
Start. Up. Rack.
Strong lift, 3 out of 3. And he is our new leader.
Loaders, please load over to
Cleared 170, Prasid Tongdi had tried that and missed out. So Gridasov leads at the end of the first round. A strong lift. Didn't have to worry too much about the technique and certainly not the weight.
147 kilos for their second attempt from Japan.
Majima Makoto.
So to round 2 we go. Majima Makoto for Japan. 140 last time, 147 now. To go level with Kalai Vanen, but not overtake. On the head-to-head. So Makoto's 147.
Start.
Tricky. Might not get that. Won't. All three going against.
Loaders, please load over to
So problem for him.
55 kilos.
Stays in 5th place with that 140. Just halted on the way up. And fell away from there.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 155 kilos for their second attempt from Singapore.
Kalai Vanen.
Kalai Vanen now for Singapore. 147 cleared in the first round, this for 155. He will still stay in 4th place, current position. So 155 for Vanen.
Start. Rack.
And again, a lift that has not presented a huge amount of difficulty for him. 3 out of 3, 155. He stays in 4th place.
Please load over to 160 kilos.
Prospects of him climbing up the table a bit. Faultless so far. 155. Asian Games in Kuala Lumpur next year will be an absolute target. Now for Kyrgyzstan, Adelaide Kamchibekov. Second attempt at 160, having missed it earlier.
Start.
And the kinks from the previous round ironed out. 3 out of 3, 160, and it goes into 4th position. Good, decent, clean lift. Nothing for him to worry about, hence.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 166 kilos for their second attempt. From Jordan,
Mohammed Abdullah.
So for Jordan, Mohammed Abdullah, 160 cleared last time, this 166.
lifter to follow, Rashid Ahmed.
This is the same leap above Jacob Stearns, Junior of the United States, to go into 2nd spot. So 166. Again, it's a really, really good looking lift. Quality has been excellent in this so far.
Shoulders, please.
Only
Load
a
the bar
handful
to
missed,
170
and he
kilos.
goes into
High
2nd
12.
position. Abarara with that
Thank you. The bar is
quite
loaded to
excellent 166.
170 kilos for their second attempt. From Thailand,
Rashid Ahmed.
Representante de Tailandia, Brasil.
That's it, Tongi coming back after missing 170 in the first round. Southeast Asian Games silver medalist in 2015. Second attempt at this. That was very close last time around. $170 for Chongdi.
Start.
Oh, that's a real struggle, and the thing is he got it lifted last time and it was a 2-1 vote against, but this one didn't go up all the way, so he misses out. Have to come back probably at that again, have his final attempt. Couple of misses at 170 then.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 170
Awkward,
kilos
very
for
awkward.
their second attempt. From United
And I
States
wasn't going
of
to go on any
America.
further.
Jacob Stearns Jr.
Representante de Estados Unidos, Jacob Stearns.
Jacob Stearns Jr. next up for the United States. He got 165 last time, going for 170 now. Now in the third place position, this to go back second. And above Mohammed Abdullah.
Start.
170 for Stearns. And that was straying a bit, so it's not going to be given. No lift, all three against. At 170.
176 kilos, rack 15.
So 165 he stays on in third position. Looked as if he wouldn't be able to get it up all the way, but did in the end. But not the way that was desired.
Bar is good.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 176 kilos for their second attempt from
So final
Kazakhstan.
attempt of this second round, and it's the heaviest lift to date for Kazakhstan, Oleg Gridasov, 176.
Lifter to follow, Majima Mankoto.
It's the venue that the Capitanes play in, the professional Mexico City team, but they had to move last night, beaten in overtime by Mineros, 86-84, and they're playing tomorrow night again in another home game against Mineros once again. NBA's in town tonight and on Saturday. So for Kazakhstan, Gridasov with the heaviest to date.
Start. Up. Rack.
176. Seemed to be quite straightforward for him, and he gets it 2-1. Increases his lead even more so to 11. Abdullah and Stearns in his wake. And 176. Very, very solid for the Kazakh lifter.
Bar is good.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 147 kilos for their second attempt from Japan.
Majima Makoto.
Machiba Makoto coming in then for Japan. Missed 147 last time. This will be 147 for the second time, his last lift. Another excellent attendance, well attended championships as well, very good public support. And the swimming that's on next door.
Start.
147 again. And strained to get it up again. And this is out again. So 140, his best lift of the competition.
Loaders, please load over to 160 kilos, rack high 19.
where Makoto bows out. Too much effort way through.
From Singapore.
So now it's been a very good competition today for K.KHALAF of Singapore. 147 and 155 cleared so far, and this is third and last attempt at 160, and if he gets this he goes fourth. Climb above Shibakov on the head-to-head.
Start. Back.
Got there at the end, but won't be given it. Took an age. So, very strong, decent competition for him. 155 he would finish with in the end. 160. Needed a bit more speed, a bit more instant with it, and that wasn't the case. But he did make it in the end.
The bar is loaded to 167 kilos for their third attempt from Kyrgyzstan.
The red lights would come on then. By the way, is the Brooklyn Nets and the Oklahoma City Thunder as the NBA game tonight. Right after we're done. So, Shibakov, final attempt, 167 for Kyrgyzstan, and this to go second. To overtake Stearns and Abu Aran, currently lying in fourth spot.
Start.
Got the lift and gets it 2-1.
Loaders, please load the bar to 170
Puts him into second spot.
kilos. Rack height 12.
And that was impressive. Was drifting back a little bit, but only voted down by the one. So that's good enough.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 170 kilos for their third attempt from Thailand.
Rashid Ahmed.
No mark yet for Prasit Tongdi of Thailand, but he's looking for as much enthusiasm as he can get. 2 attempts at 170. This would put him into second position. Two attempts previously at this weight, and he missed them both.
Start.
So 170 for Prasit Tongdi. Oh, by degrees. Little steps. Misses out as a result.
Loaders, please load the bar to 100.
And he does not register a mark.
13. Attention coaches, Group B, you have just 1 minute remaining for any further changes to the first attempt.
Denied. Tiny little steps up. And this game, that won't do.
The bar is loaded to 170 kilos. For their third attempt from United States of America.
Jacob Stearns Jr.
Well, nobody attempting to overtake Oleg Gridisov, our leader from Kazakhstan, in this final round. Jacob Stearns Jr. from the United States. He's cleared 165 already, going for 170. Team coach, Mary Hodge. Now Stearns with the job that he couldn't complete last time of lifting 170.
Start.
And he's got it 2-1. Very impressive.
Loaders, please load
Second position for him.
71 kilos, rack high, 15. Attention all coaches, Group B, no more changes.
And that was a very good, worthy try.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 171
Tidier than the last one, certainly.
For their third attempt from Jordan.
Mohammed Abdullah.
So now Mohammed Abdullah
De Jordania, Mohammed Abdullah.
for Jordan. The 21-year-old in his first major championship.
Follow Oleg Gridasov.
So far he's cleared 160 and 166.
Start.
This for 171. Going to second place above Jacob Stearns Jr. And he has!
Loaders, please load the bar to 180.
It's all been very impressive.
High, 15.
Clean bill of health. And the first two of all three successful lifts. Hop off the bench with confirmation. This is our leader. Nobody's challenged. He's had his first two successful, 170 and 176. It's Oleg Gridisov of Kazakhstan.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 181
Ready in the tunnel.
kilos. For their third attempt from Kazakhstan.
Oleg Gridasov.
Representante de Kazajistán.
So Oleg Gridisov
Oleg
going for 181 in this final round. Would overtake three of the first 9 attempts we're going to see in Group B if he gets this.
Start.
To wrap up with 181. With the ease with which that was done. 2 out of 3. Might have wished to have gone a bit higher perhaps, but he's been in Cracking form.
Please load over to 170 kilos, rack height 17.
Cracking 181, and there have been a few revised targets in this Group B, so he could still be the top man after 5 have gone. Going in this, the likes of Mateusz de Silva, Rio World Cup bronze last year, ahead of the Paralympic Games. Another from the States, Jacob Schrum.
The bar is loaded to 170
Frank Fellio,
kilos for their first attempt.
South
From
American champ.
Ukraine.
Yuri Kuprianov.
So for Ukraine, first to go. Originally was looking at 175. Instead 170 for Yuri Kuprianov. Kuprianov, who finished 4th in the last Europeans in Eger and 12th at the most recent World Championships in Dubai 3 years ago.
Up. Jump.
70.
Start. Nожка.
Arms were
Rack.
dropping a bit. As long as he kept it level, and he did. 3 out of 3.
Loaders, please load over to 170.
It was solid enough,
Rack height 16.
and 170 cleared.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 176 kilos for their first attempt for United Arab Emirates.
Rashid Ahmed.
Representante de
So Rashid Ahmed now for the United Arab Emirates. Kuprianov going 3rd with that lift of 170. Ahmed aiming for 2nd spot. 14th, the last World Championships in Dubai, which he didn't have to travel very far for. And 17th in 2010. He's a government official in Fujairah. And this for 176 will put him 2nd behind Oleg Gredasov.
Start.
176 for Ahmed.
Rack.
Lots of aggression.
Good
3 out of 3.
Loaders, please load over
The
to
first 5 lifts are all
176
successful.
kilos, rack height 18.
In this Group B, Oleg Gridasov will still be in front. So Ahmed cleared at 176.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 176 kilos for their first attempt from Brazil.
Mateusz de Assis.
So Mateusz de Assis of Brazil. 176 his target. And this would put him 3rd behind Ahmed in the head-to-head. Bronze in that Rio World Cup event at the start of last year, the Powerlifting test event. 6th in the World Cup in Eger this year from Uberlandia. Set new America's junior record at that Rio World Cup. Championships in 2014.
Start.
So 176 for Mateusz. The assist. Kick and clean, 3 out of 3. That has him in a good spot. Third place he is in now. Excellent clearance.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 180 kilos for their first attempt from Georgia.
Iago Gorgodze.
Iago
Representante de Georgia,
Gorgodze.
Gorgodze.
6th in the Europeans 2013,
Anastasios Baos.
8th in the Paralympics 2008, based in Tbilisi at the Gladiator Gym Club. The first Georgian ever to compete at the Paralympic Games in 2008. Hasn't been at a Paris since. Again, this was second behind Oleg Grinisov.
Start.
Gorgodze, 180.
Brak.
Good.
2 out of 3. Very good early lifting across both groups we've seen so far. Group A still to come.
181 kilos, track high 70.
First 4, spot on.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 181 kilos for their first attempt from Greece.
Anastasios Beos.
That's him in second place as a result of that. Anastasios Baos of Greece. European bronze in Eger in 2015, had been 5th of the previous Europeans and 11th at the last World Championships. 181 then. Coach Mateusz Ioannidis. Anastasios Baos. He would again be edged out in the head-to-head by Oleg Grinisov from Group C if he's successful with this.
Good.
And ultimately he is 2-1.
Loaders, please
He was
hold
looking at
on to
185 in this opening round, but revised that to 181.
16.
Top performer in Group B, second overall, but now the next 2 attempts will be for the lead.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 182 kilos for their first attempt from Chile.
Frank Feliu.
very powerful lifting. Frank Fabio of Chile, 182. So this would be the lead from now on. South American Para Games champion in Santiago in 2014. Chilean champion, 5th in EGA in the World Cup this year, and Panpan bronze in Toronto in 2015. So 182, and this for the lead. Knock Grudasov down, but it did come to pass. The first 5 all clearing but not dislodging Grudasov.
Start. Rock.
Well, Frank Fabio. That will not be given. He's missed out. All 3 going against.
192 kilos, rack height 13.
Have to wait for the second round to shoulder the responsibility of the lead, the Chilean. Regular competitor at World Cups, as well as the bigger stuff. As the first miss as well in Group B. First miss in this first
The
round.
bar is loaded to 192 kilos for their first attempt from United States of America.
Jacob Schrom.
Jacob Schrom going for 192 straight away from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and he's been 13th his last 2 World Championships. In terms of the weights being chased, this opening round he is seeded 9th. Schrom, who's 29 now, 192, the heaviest so far. Grudasov cleared all of his in Group C. Vertical size 181.
Start.
So Schrom for the lead.
Rock.
And he'll have it to 3 out of 3. Jacob Schrom of the United States leads after the opening round, and he leads by 11. 192 to Grudasov's 181 and to Anastasios Baus's 181. Marvellous lift. Well, Schrom could be very, very satisfied with that.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 180 kilos for their second attempt from United Arab Emirates.
Rashid Ahmed.
So back to the rest into round 2, and we start off with Rashid Ahmed.
Lifter to follow, Yuri Kuprianov.
176 got last time, this 180 for Ahmed, and lying in 5th place. He's not going to budge from it here. Well, it's going to be a split call, lots of power put in, and it's 2-1 against.
Loaders,
Remains
please
on
load over to
176.
180 kilos, rack height 17.
Arms had been wavering a good bit on the way down, and it didn't get any better.
Yuri Kuprianov.
Representante de Ucrania, Yuri Kuprianov.
Another 180 to come from Yuri Kuprianov of Ukraine. A leap of 10 from his successful first round effort. 12th, his best World Championship finish previously. 8th right now. Put him into 4th position.
Start. Rock.
Being very well urged on, and the crowd will be happy. He's got it. Goes up into 4th position. Kuprianov with a very good solid lift, and it's a nice set of marks so far, 170 and 180. Like Gridisov still in 2nd place, the Kazakh lifter out of Group B.
For their second attempt, from Chile.
Frank Feliu.
Feliu from Chile. Missed 182 in the opening round, so going for it again. Feliu, 182. This to put him 2nd, having missed this in the opening round. Only Jacob Schramm has lifted more, and this to overtake Gridisov.
Start.
182. Solider than last time, but will it be more successful?
No lift.
1 out of 3. Was more successful. He got an extra white light in his favour, but still both against.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 183 kilos for their second attempt. From Brazil,
Mateusz de Assis.
Mateusz de Assis of Brazil lifted 176 in the opening round, going for 183 now. And this to go 2nd, above Oleg Gridisov. Three for Matthew de Assis, the Brazilian champion.
Start. Stop.
Pushing through at 183. And he did it absolutely successfully. That was a fabulous lift at 183. Lot to be proud of. So he goes into second place. Grinasov falls to third. Jacob Strom of the United States still leading, but that was good, solid stuff. Followed through. And
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 185 kilos for their second
top-notch
attempt.
lift.
From Greece,
Anastasios Bios.
Representante de Grecia, Anastasios Baos.
So, Anastasios Baos again for Greece. 181 cleared in the first round, this for 185. This to go second. Above the assist. Well, looking for a higher finish than achieved previously at the World Championships, that being 11th.
Start.
185. And that straying.
No lift.
Missing out at
loaders, please load the bar to
185.
185 kilos, rack high 14.
and he stays in fourth position. That's 11 kilos behind the one that our leader is going to attempt very soon.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 185 kilos for their second attempt from Georgia.
Iago Gorgodze.
So Iago Gorgodze back, 180 in the first round, he got 185 aiming for now, and again, second place is the target. Nobody challenging the 192 that Jacob Strom achieved in the first round for the United States. Back, good see. Looking for a leap of 5. 180 to 185.
Start. Rack.
Be a split call, but in his favour by 2 to 1. 185, he goes into second place behind Jacob Strom. He's 7 away. Strom now looking to open up a much bigger advantage in his second round attempt, but again, decent lifting by Iago Gorgodze, up to 185. Rupe due to begin with lifts of 195. Can quite often be revised downwards.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 196 kilos for their second attempt from United States of America.
Jacob Strom.
Jacob Strom from the United States.
Jacob Strom.
As it stands, well, top 10 place. Eight to lift in the final round, and 192 would be challenged. Round 3, which he achieved in the first of the early exchanges, but 196 would probably secure him into at least 9th overall. 192. Very successfully achieved last time out, so 196 now.
Start. Lock.
It's a bit lopsided,
No
and they've
lift.
all gone against, so 192 he remains on in the lead.
Loaders,
And
please load
Mateusz will have a go at 193 in the next round, from to return at 196. Just have been beyond them overall. Not just for the lift, but on an ongoing basis.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 180 kilos for their third attempt from the United Arab Emirates.
Rashid Ahmed.
The United Arab Emirates, Ahmed Rashid. From Fujairah. Being sought here by him.
Start. Lock.
Huge amount being put in, but worth it. 2 out of 3. Missed that last time.
Please load the bar to
Now he gets
180.
180. He's 7th overall in Group B. Depending on the next lift.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 184 kilos for their third attempt from Chile.
Frank Feliu.
Frank Feliu from Chile. A couple of misses at 182, so 184 now, and he had the second highest lift in round 1. This is the second lightest lift in round 3. Missed 182 twice, so moving on to 184. Feliu, the South American Para Games champion in Santiago. Didn't have to go far for that. Feliu 184. Feliu with those 2 misses at 182.
Start.
This 184.
Lock.
Well, how's he going to do here? Misses out again. So Frank Feliu is wiped out. No. Final mark. And that's never happened to him before in a major championship. Seeded the 10th highest, that will allow a few up the table. But Frank Felly raids across the line. A couple of 182s and a 184.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 185 kilos for their third attempt. From Greece,
Anastasios Bios.
Representante de Grecia,
Anastasios Bias of Greece cleared 181 in the opening round, missed 185 in round 2, and going for that again. And this to put him second, currently in 5th place. Two high European Championship finishes, bronze in 2015 being the best of those. Currently has one European ahead of him, with another to come in the top group, Group A. 185 for Bias. Only Schromm has done better than this if he's successful, and that is a big if because he halts on the way up.
No lift.
So 181 is where he ends.
190 kilos, rack height 70.
So that was the last two unsuccessful, both at 185 for Anastasios Bias, getting 181.
From Ukraine,
Yuri Kupriano.
Well, now
Representante de Ucrania, Yuri Kupriano.
Europeans will remain best chance of gold, and they're on in France near Calais next May. Yuri Kuprianov then for Ukraine, and going up in increments of 10, 170, then 180, now 190. This is only 2 kilos behind Jacob Schromm, and this to go into second place. He's got his first two, 170 and 180. So 190 for Kuprianov. Obviously bitten off more than he can chew. Well, he got it raised. That's a positive step. Oh, it's a good lift. 2 out of 3 for Yuri Kuprianov.
loaders, please load over to 192 kilos, rack height 40.
The light from his coach, justifiably. 190, that was a very, very good lift, and only Jacob Schromm has done better than that. Real belter. No big variance.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 192 kilos for their third attempt. From Georgia,
Iago Gorgodze.
Well, now there is an attempt on the lead. Jako Gogodze originally going for 190, has added 2 onto it. It's a leap of 7. He would take the lead ahead of Jacob Schromm in the head-to-head. So he's going for it. Jacob Schromm has been tremendously impressive so far, leading in Group B with that 192. So Gogodze looking to level that, so Schromm with one more say before we go into Group A. Well, 185 in round 2. 180. Get things up and going. The sun is coming through one of the windows, by the looks of it. That's causing a glare on him. That's unfortunate timing.
Start.
So here it is for 192, and way too heavy, but he had the ambition. But you can see the shadows coming across.
Please load over to 193 kilos, but high 18.
Sun getting quite low in the sky. It's 4:30 in the evening now. You'll see the glare of the sun, the chink of daylight coming across. The sun setting around 6 o'clock here, so it is low in the sky. Still about 90 minutes of daylight in Mexico City, and he has been denied then. 192. But 185 has him in 3rd place. And now for another attempt to try and overtake Jacob Schramm. There it was. He had to deal with the glare of the sun and then the heaviness of the bar.
Thank you.
Of that lift.
The bar is loaded to 193 kilos for their 3rd attempt. From Brazil,
Mateusz de Assis.
Representante de Brasil.
And Mateusz de Assis going for 193. I think it's been the warmest day we've had since we've been here. Temperature in the early 20s. There've been a few days when it's been quite cold. Venue is somewhat cold also. And there's a flag waving outside, and when it moves, that allows the sun to break through. That's something to add to the additional weight for Mateusz de Assis, who has an additional 10 kilos on the bar compared to the previous round. That was 183. This is 193. Mateusz de Assis. This for the lead. 193.
Start. Shot. Right.
Well, if he gets this up, he's done brilliantly. He's got that right. Did he get it straight? Was it clean? Oh, yes! And he's into the lead with 193. What a lift by Mateusz de Assis. Sun's shining for him now. Look at those marks. 176, 183, 193 for Mateusz de Assis. And that was a real peach. That was just a terrific lift. Fantastic. Well, we're not yet done with Group B, but Mateusz de Assis is our new leader for the time being.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 196 kilos for their 3rd attempt. From United States of America,
Jacob Schramm.
Jacob Schramm of the USA, leading for most of this Group B, thanks to that 192, but now overtaken. Missed 196 in the 2nd round, and now going for it again. So 196, that flag has just temporarily moved again. The Mexico City wins. going to have to deal with it. Don't think it's going to affect too many more lifters. And here comes Jacob Schramm. 196 to grab the lead back. It went up gradually. His reaction, he's left out the grunt. He, I think, was pretty sure he hadn't got it because he'd stopped along the way, but he was close to it. $192 he finishes on, and that is second position overall. And Mateusz de Assis brings 193 of a lead with him into Group A. Here's who's coming up in Group A. Great talent right across the board. Mohammed ELDIB, Paralympic champion. He's won the last two. Predecessor in 2008 was Khie, who's in this as well. Mateusz WOROSZYL will be first for Poland, going for 195. Originally was looking at 202. $195 to kick off.
Start.
195 for WOROSZYL for Poland to take an early lead in Group A, and that's what he's done. So the Assis and Schramm overtaken already, 3 out of 3. Good strong lift by Mateusz WOROSZYL of Poland. 6th in the last World Championships in 2014 and was 4th in the 2013 Europeans in Alexion in Russia. From Białystok, didn't get stuck. Players 195.
From China,
Yan Panpan.
Representante de China, Yan Panpan.
laser to follow JONG.
So at the same weight. For China, Yan Panpan. First major championship. Lives in Hebei and coached by Sun Xiaogang.
Start.
195. Well, the noise filling the whole stadium. But it's 1 out of
Please load
3.
the bar 200 kilos. Track high, 16.
So Yan Panpan stepping away. Oleg Gridasov, who's the best in Group C, currently lies in 6th place. Which is a great result, great situation from going into Group A.
The bar is loaded to
One lift,
200 kilos.
successful lift
For
already
the
coming
first
through,
attempt,
but
from Malaysia,
unsuccessful one for Yan Panpan. Now Yong Yi Khie from Malaysia. The Southeast Asian champion for the past 2 of their games. 7th in Rio at the Paralympic Games, bronze in the Commonwealth Games in 2014, bronze in the Asian Para Games 2014. That's full diaries. It's for 200. Only one World Championship medal previously. That was a bronze in 2006 in Busan. Fourth in the last two. And they call him the Fierce Tiger. Can you see why? Successful championships for China so far. He is seeded 5th in terms of weights, joint 4-3 alongside K.KHALAF and JONG. And Khie with 200. Clean across the board, 3 out of 3.
Loaders, please load over to 200 kilos.
200 along with Khie. And Khie in the lead on the head-to-head. Another 200 lifter to come, which is Mohammed K.KHALAF, but he won't be able to overtake Khie on this, but he would be able to take JONG.
From United Arab Emirates.
Mohammed Abdullah.
Representante de Emiratos Árabes Unidos,
Mohammed K.KHALAF then for 200. This to go second in the head-to-head, ahead of Khie, but behind Khie. So 200 for K.KHALAF.
Start.
Oh, straight up. Not a bother in the world to him. There you go, 3 out of 3. And he goes into second position. 3 lifts of 200. Khie leading in the head-to-head ahead of K.KHALAF and JONG.
The bar is loaded to 213 kilos for their first attempt. From Iran,
Saman RAZI.
So now, from Iran, Saman RAZI. 213, a big leap. 13 kilos. This for the lead by a long way, the Iranian. Saman RAZI, the Asian Games silver medalist from Incheon and 4th in the Paralympic Games. Missed out by 8 kg. He lifted 221 in the opening round. So 214 for an immense lead for Saman RAZI. That looked to be straight up. He's confident he's got it, and he has by 2-1. His first World Championships as well. Mohammed ELDIB lifting 237 in Rio. Khie 233. Jose de Jesus Castillo 229, who's in a different division now, of course, and Saman RAZI was 221 in fourth in Rio at the Paralympic Games. But he's our leader now. 2 to go in this opening round with 213. 2 to 1.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 216 kilos for their first attempt. From Colombia,
Fabio Torres.
Fabio Torres of Colombia.
Fabio
Now he's going for
Torres.
216. 213 was his original target. Fabio Torres, no mark in the Paralympics. Went for 211 there, didn't get it. Then 213. Missed both of those. Would have been 7th, and that being the height of his abilities that night. 12th in the last World Championships, but he's going for the second biggest height here. That would be quite a difference across 3 years. 216. Fabio Torres aiming for the lead here. The Colombian Army, born in Nariño. His coach is Jorge Chavez, but that's not Jorge Chavez.
Firme los brazos. Lanza. Dale. Movimiento perfecto. Dale.
So 216.
Start.
This would really shake the competition up if he gets it. Was he close to it? It's 3 reds.
loaders, please
Well,
load
he's
over to 270
certainly
kilos
wanting to
for
avoid
high
what
13.
happened to him in Rio. And he went in lower than that. Fabio Torres with his first attempt at 216 and unsuccessful.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 217 kilos for their first attempt. From Egypt,
Mohammed ELDIB.
Representante de Egipto,
Mohammed ELDIB of Egypt, the Paralympic champion.
Panpan.
Won the last 2 Paralympic titles and silver in the last 2 World Championships. Second behind Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Nigeria, in Dubai. This 217 started with 233 in Rio. Got it. ELDIB 217 for Egypt.
Start.
For the lead. Just fantastic. 3 out of 3.
Loaders, please load over to 195
And in front.
kilos. Rakai 13.
And he's the man they now all have to beat. Terrific lift by Mohammed ELDIB. 217.
Thank you. The bar is
In
loaded
terms
to
of the 4th round lifts at the
195
moment,
kilos
there's
for their second attempt.
10
From China,
kilos between the top 6. There will be an attempt or 2 on the lead for ELDIB. So into round 2 we go, and Yan Panpan it would be.
WOROSZYL.
195. Missed 195 last time.
Start.
2-1. This to go sixth.
Start.
To avoid the prospect potentially of being wiped out.
No lift.
It's still there, and it's the same result as last time. No lift, 2-1 against. That's at 195.
16.
First major championship for him,
Thank you. The bar is loaded to
the age of
200
27.
kilos for their second attempt. From Poland,
Mateusz WOROSZYL.
Representante de Polonia, Mateusz.
In terms of the medals, there's
Mr.
jostling between the top 7. Mateusz WOROSZYL of Poland, if he gets this, would go 6th.
Start.
200 for WOROSZYL, 5 on top of what he did in the last round. Got it raised. 2-1. And he goes into 6th place.
Loaders, please load over to 208 kilos. Rack height 16.
A lot of congestion around the 200 mark now. The lifters 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th all in that mark, but WOROSZYL is the heaviest in body weight,
The bar is loaded
so
to
he loses out in that 4-way head-to-head.
their second attempt.
So he's 6th,
Malaysia.
and the lightest of the men, Khie, of all those who've lifted 200, he's in the bronze medal position. Anyway, here comes the Khie of Malaysia. 208 he's going for, and that the bronze medal position. He's currently lying 5th, again behind Khie and Mohammed Khalaf on the head-to-head level on 200. 208 would overtake all of them, would be behind just ELDIB on 217 and RAZI on 213. So 208. To go into the bronze medal position. Got 200 in the first round. Driving up. 2-1 in his favour. And he goes into the bronze medal position.
208 kilos.
Excellent lift by JONG. All of the Southeast Asian nations having a big build up to this with the Southeast Asian Games, the ASEAN
The bar is loaded to
Para Games
208
in
kilos
Kuala
for
Lumpur
their
right at the
second
end of
attempt.
September.
From China.
So that was cracking.
Khie.
On we go, Khie for China. This to go 3rd in the head-to-head. He is 5.5 kilos lighter than JONG. Also lighter than K.KHALAF and lighter than WOROSZYL. Any tie in Group A, Khie would win. He is the lightest man of the 8. He's about 89 kilos. So, where do his horizons end? Bronze in the World Championships in 06, fourth the last two occasions, Paralympic champion in Beijing in 08. Getting very congested in the battle for the medals. Khie now in fourth place, and this to leap into the bronze medal position. Whether RAZI and ELDIB are too far ahead of him to challenge for something higher if he gets this is another question. Again he got it up. And again it's good. Goes into the bronze medal position. 208. 3 out of 3.
210 kilos, rack height 16.
Yep, fabulous. Again, it was an official's pleaser. Well, the weights are getting higher and higher.
Mohammed.
So now Mohammed Abdullah for the United Arab Emirates. He's fallen to fifth. This to try and get into the bronze medal position. It's a leap of 10 kilos, which is big enough. Another 3, and he could have challenged for the silver this time. He still can, but he's got to get this first. Mohammed K.KHALAF, the Paralympic champion in Rio last year at 88. The division just below this. Fourth in Sydney. His first Paralympic gold coming in Athens. Silver in Beijing. Didn't finish in London. Previously a silver and bronze medalist at the World Championships, and he is the reigning Asian Games champion. The first Paralympian from his country to win a Paralympic gold. Off 210, just like that. Maybe he could have gone for something a bit higher. Anyway, 2 out of 3. I think he's got a good bit left in the tank here. The speed that went up with, and the accuracy. That was just brilliant. So he goes into the bronze medal position. And maybe, just maybe, could have had a tilted 213 with that to go into second for now. But there have been so many successful lifts in this competition. The medal position's constantly changing lift by lift. We've got 3 to go in this round. And by the end of it,
Fabio Torres.
it could have been a different leader. Actually, all the medals could be different from what they currently are. Currently ELDIB gold, RAZI silver, and now K.KHALAF bronze. But that doesn't count on Fabio Torres because he has not had a successful attempt yet. Going again at 2:16. Gone in very high in this compared to what he was looking to do in Rio at the Paralympics. But it's a year on, a year older and wiser. .216, and this to go into the silver medal position from nowhere. So 216 for Fabio Torres. His his third global championship. Highest finish was 12th.
Start.
So really change the horizon in this competition if he gets it. Oh, 2-1 against, again, Fabio Torres. I think that did drift back a little bit. Just started to drift halfway up, and some of those you get and some you don't. Egypt.
Ladies and
Great
gentlemen,
victory for Egypt, for Mohammed ELDIB, 2-2-1, coming from third ahead of that final lift for him into the gold medal position. K.KHALAF, RAZI, Torres and ELDIB all leading in the final two rounds. It's Egypt's third gold medal of these World Championships. The United Arab Emirates and Colombia with their first medals here.
Congratulations to Fabio Torres.
The really big men follow then, over 107 kg. This is the lift that did it for Mohammed ELDIB at 2-2-1.
We look forward to you joining us there.
Waiting, and then it came, and then the relief that he had won. And he could have been going for that, down in fourth place, remember. There were three men who were going for lifts above him in that final round, and he got it done. It's party time for him. Egypt with their third gold. We've got the